heart of hearts. It's coming from the spiritual core of your being. See, spirit wants to express itself in a greater way, and you're the instrument. Spirit works through you. Spirit doesn't do anything on its own. You got to do it. That's where the wants come from. I want. Understand that's coming from inside. It's not you want to get. It's you want to grow. As you're going after whatever it is you want, it's for growth. It's not to obtain. Everything you own at the time of your death is going to belong to somebody else. You never own anything anyway. You're merely a custodian. You can have it, you can use it, you can share it, but you can't own it. It's a joke. People think they own it. I own this land. You can't own it. Look, that's why the Indians that were here before we arrived, they laughed at us when we started to say we own the land. We don't own the land. The land owns us. You see, all we're doing is stripping away a lot of the nonsense and looking at the basic truth about life. Wants, it's good to want. What we want to start doing is dreaming out loud. When the Wright brothers started to talk about a plane in the air, everyone thought they were crazy. We should be at the point today where nothing's crazy. If you can think it, you can do it. There is a place. When you use your imagination, you're just going on to a higher frequency. This has got nothing to do with your age. It's got nothing to do with gender. It has nothing to do with race, nationality, none of that stuff. We're all the same. We just look and sound different, but we're all the same. The wants just come to the surface. You have to ask, where did they come from? Such an interesting concept. They come from inside. And it's only through constant spaced repetition, a deep level of understanding, that you will plant that in your heart. It's wild the way it happens. It comes from spirit, you give it back to spirit, and through the reciprocal law of spirit, it gives it back to you in physical form. That's the way it works. There's nothing complicated. Don't confuse it. Don't get involved in a whole lot of complicated stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video. We put a lot of good information up here, and it causes everything in your life to get better. If you'd like us to notify you every time you put a new video up, hit subscribe and then turn on notifications. Check out all our videos, and we will notify you when we put a new one up.
Hello and welcome. You are here because you want to design a new life for yourself. That's why you chose this. That's why you came here. So welcome. My name is Polly Hearn. I live in a little town called Katherine in the Northern Territory of Australia. And for the last 6.5 years, I have been a student of the material that I am going to work with you on today. I have been a really diligent student and an intelligent student, and use this material to change my life completely. And I want that for you, because I know how much it feels, like how much better we feel when we can like who we are, when we can like who we've become. Oh, didn't know I was going to cry straight up. So congratulations for being here today. This is for you. We are all here. My team and I are here because we want more people to feel some of the joy that we've been feeling, some of the results that we've created, and to grow our Life by Design community even more, so we can help more and more people. This whole week is completely free to you. We are here, my team and I, there is 7 or 8 of us here to help you create a goal, understand what could be holding you back, create a self-image that is in alignment with that goal, and help you turn into the person you've always dreamed of, so that you can have the things that you've always dreamed of. Now, I do have some notes here because I want to give you absolutely everything that I have, and I want you to have as much success as you can this week. But it's not up to me. You have to put it into. You have to turn up for yourself every single day. If you cannot be live, you watch the recording. Don't put it on the back burner and think I'm going to do this next week, because from Monday it's all gone. This is here for a week and a week only. We know how people procrastinate. I used to be one of them. I'd sit on an idea and not take action on it and for months and sometimes years at a time. That is not going to help you. We are here for a week and that is it. All this information goes away and then you go back to your life. So make the most of this week. Turn up for you. Don't worry about what anybody else is saying. There's so much going on. There's so much negativity in the world. There is so much of people trying to stop you from getting ahead and having what you want because you make them feel inferior. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about your husbands. Don't worry about your wives, your children. Look after them, but do not take on what they have to say. You are going to change this week in some way for the better if you do the work. Now, I didn't get it out of the printer. Hang on. If you're in the chat and you've registered for this, you have been given a PDF of this workbook. Download it. Have it with you on these sessions. And if you watch the recordings, have it with you too. There is so much good in these books, but you have to do the work. This evening, we are holding a Zoom to help you with what I'm going to teach you today, or show you or present to you, whatever you want to call it. I call it teaching because I was taught this and I just want to share it. And the only time that you can teach something or that you know something is when you can teach it so that somebody else can understand it. So I have become a student of this material so that I can teach it to you. So I have to know this back to front. I have to study this every day. So you don't have to, but I do, so I can teach it. If you want to become a teacher, you have to do the same thing. So I want you to think about, why did you sign up for this? Why did you come here? Why are you on here live or watching the recording? What was it that I wrote that you said, okay, this is for me? What do you want? What's the problem that you want to solve in your life? What is it? Write it down. If you don't write it down, your mind will get you to forget it as fast as you can forget the lotto numbers last week if you didn't win. Write down why you're here. Make a commitment to yourself this week that you are going to show up for you, because nobody else will. Everybody in this world is focused on what they can do, not you. The only person that can focus on what you want and what you can do in life is you. So turn up for you. Make sure you do that. Now, today's lesson, today's teaching, today's training, this is a mindset training. We are here for 6 days. Now, that's a big commitment. I get that. But what are you going to do with these 6 days if you don't do this? What's more important? Yes, we all have washing to do. We all probably have a job to do, get to. You've got bills to pay. You've got kids to look after, husbands, wives, whatever it is that you've got going on. But what is going to help you think better and change the circumstances of your life? What is it that keeps you awake at night? That you think, oh my God, if only I could change this. What do you want? And that is what we are here for today, finding out what you want. You have to find out what you want. I can't do it for you. My team can't do it for you. You have to do it. But how do we do that? And why is that important? So first of all, let's go over what we're going to do this week. We are going to turn up here every day at 12 o'clock. 4 days, like Monday to Thursday, we're going to be here in YouTube. On Friday, we've got a Zoom for you. And then on Saturday morning, we are back in YouTube. And then on Saturday, after the YouTube, we have a Q&A as well. I am going to ask you to turn up for all of those sessions. Now, that may mean that you're going to have to change some things around. If you don't do it, what would your life be like in 6 months if you don't commit to this? It's probably going to be exactly like the last 6 months. Because we're habitual beings, we don't change unless we have a really good reason to change. And this is where goals come in. Why are goals so important? Well, we are goal-seeking organisms. We have a GPS built inside of us that will take us wherever we want to go. And if we don't use it properly, chances are we're just going to be driving around in circles. Chances are your life will just keep revolving around and doing the same thing. You will be the same person. Not much will change. Now, if we have a goal, like a GPS, if we can put in a point where we want to get to, guess what? There's this mechanism inside of you that is going to help you and help you along that road to get there. Because you're going to have obstacles. You're going to have challenges. You're going to be scared. There are people that are going to say things that may take you off track. There are circumstances that you're going to look at and go, this is not even working. Why do I keep doing this? It is all going to be there. But if you do not make a goal big enough that you are happy to fail your way there, then chances are you're going to get railroaded. You'll sabotage yourself, or other people will, and you won't make it. Now, I see this a lot with people that don't set the right goals, and this is what we're here to do today. Set the right goal for you and to be able to word it properly. Now, in your Design Your Life, we have given you this little thing called a goal card. We are going to teach you how to write this. But let's go back to why. Why do you want to change your life? What results don't you like? And this is the easiest way to find out what you do want. Look at what you don't like in your life. Just look at it and just go, okay, I don't like the way I do this. I don't like the way this happens. I don't like the way that every time this happens, I do this. Now, my first goal, my very first goal, was to become a calm and responsive mother, wife, and business owner. It was not about money. It was not about creating a business. It was not about cars. It was not about anything like that. It was about the person that I wanted to become. Because I was done with going to bed at night crying or falling asleep on the couch because I'd had one or two too many wines. I was done with yelling at my kids. I was done with being the mother that just wanted to drive out of town and just keep going. I did not like my life. So I knew something had to shift. I didn't know what to do though. I had no idea. But when you know you want change, things just pop up to help you. So who popped up in my life was Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor, the video that you just saw today, he was speaking those words. I asked him to help me change my life. So for the first 6 months that I worked with him, I changed my life drastically. You can do it too. Now, the only reason I'm saying that is because I know that if you follow this, you can do that too. You can change your life in so many different, and it's simple. This is the thing, it's simple. It's not hard. And what we're going to do over this next week is going to help you see the simplicity of this. Because if it was hard, I wouldn't have stuck it out. But because it's so simple, and because it's easy to do, and because I could see who I wanted to become, and I wanted it way more than the life that I was living, so there was a lot of desire, I would do whatever it took. And it didn't take much. It didn't take much at all. So how do you know what's the right goal? How do you know what's right for you? Well, first of all, like I said, you need to look at what you don't want in your life anymore. If you have if you've gained a lot of weight and you don't like that, well then you know then that you want to be healthier. If you've got ailments and pain or whatever else, you know you want to be healthier. Me, I wanted to stop drinking the way that I was. I wanted to stop using alcohol as a crux. And I wanted to stop yelling at my kids. And I wanted to be happy to go back to work. Because we owned a business. But because I wasn't happy in me, everything around me, I wasn't happy much at all with it. So what I had to do was know what I wanted. Now, in my world, we call this a C-type goal. A goal that scares you and excites you at the same time. So I was scared to become that calm and responsive mother, wife, and business owner. And a lot of my clients are scared of their goals because it's a big stretch. We're going to have to be different. We're going to have to do differently. That's scary. But if it doesn't excite you and scare you at the same time, chances are it's an A or a B type goal. Now, what's an A type goal? An A type goal is something you already know how to do. It's an easy goal. You think about it, an A type goal. If you've already bought a brand new car before and you want to just get the same model 3 years down the track, you already know how to do that. You've done it once. It's not going to take any growth from you. You know who to call, you know the steps, you know everything. And that's the truth, eh? You know that. And then we go to B-type goals. Oh, B-type goal, yes. We set these. A lot of people set these too for New Year's resolutions. This year, that's it. I'm going to get healthier. I'm going to release this weight. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that and da-da-da. But guess what? It doesn't call for a radical change. It doesn't call for a drastic change in you. They're just sideways goals. Like if I just follow this plan and I do this, and before long, because it's not something that you desire more than the life you've been living, then you won't stick at it. How many of you have started New Year's resolutions and a week or two in, you're just like, doesn't seem to be working, I'm not even going to bother anymore. Or somebody says, what are you doing that for? You look great anyway. And you're thinking, yeah, that don't look too bad. Or yeah, it's not that bad. How many people keep us stuck? Because we tell them what we're going after, and because their idea of you will have to change. If you change, they're like, what do you want to do that for? What's wrong with what you got? And you're like, remember, why? Why did you come here? Why? What do you want to change? Because people around you don't want you to change. Because if you change, they have to change. And people resist change, especially when somebody else is making them change. We don't have any problems with deciding to change. We have a problem with people deciding that we need to change. Now, how many of you, I want you to see in the chat here, how many of you have set A and B type goals, put A and B in there, and never reached them? I've set, I could probably say thousands of them. And then you hear, New Year's resolutions never work. I'll use that excuse, yeah. No, because we don't understand how we work. We don't understand that to have what we want, we have to desire it way more than the life that we've got. I wrote down something today. Is your goal worth failing for? One of our biggest fears is that we will fail. Is your goal worth your failure? If not, you need a different goal. Because if you're too scared to fail, that goal is not going to do for you what goals are supposed to do. Goals are supposed to draw out of you something you didn't even know that was there. Something that excites you and scares you. And you become a different person. Now, a goal has to be big. A true goal has to be big. Now, I've got two computers going on here so I can see chats. A goal has to be really big. And it needs to be illogical. Now, you've probably heard about SMART goals, and they have to be realistic, and they have to be this and measurable and all of that. Yeah, that's all well and good. If it's not illogical, what do you think your mind is going to do? Your mind probably already knows how to get there. And if you already know how to get there, then you don't have to change anything. You don't have to do anything differently. And if you already know how to get there, there's not going to be any inspiration for you to keep going. You won't persist. Because you know what we'd love to do as humans? We love to learn. We love to be challenged, and we love to get through challenges. Because it makes us feel alive. Have you ever been tired and then all of a sudden there's a roadblock or something, like there's a spanner in your life and you're like, oh my God, and then straight away you're awake and you're ready to go and like go for it? It's because there's an obstacle, there's a challenge. We love them because that's living. And when we overcome challenges, how do we feel? Amazing. And that's all your goal is going to be. A challenge for you to overcome. But will you persist if it's an A or a B, like you've already done it before? Oh yeah, I know this plan. If I just follow this plan, I'm going to get it done. Probably not. Now, I have studied this book. I've read it in book club. I've studied it like a little bit of a scientist sometimes, and it was the book that Bob always recommended that we go to and read. Now there's a chapter in this book and it's called Persistence. If you have not read this book, Think and Grow Rich, get it any way that you can and read it. But I'm going to read you some out of Persistence. So there's a whole chapter on persistence, because you know what? People don't persist. And I don't know any of you guys, if any of you watch Landman, right? I watched last night's episode in Australia, and Angela went to the casino with $10,000. She and these other fellas around the roulette wheel had not done very well, and she said that's because they don't persist. They give up too soon. So she put $1,000 on black, lost it, $2,000 on black, lost it, and kept going till it was $6,400 on black. And then she won. And then she said, let it ride. And she said, let it ride 3 times. And she walked out of there from just that roulette table with $90,000. Now, I know this is a movie or a TV show, but think about it. How often do you give up? How often do the people around you give up? How often do circumstances make your decisions instead of you? The people around you. I'm going to do this diet, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to change my life, and I'm going to change that. And then as soon as there's an obstacle, there's something drastic, straight away through the fridge and we've got food in our mouth. Or me, drink. We give up too easily up until today. Because up until today, that could have been the case for you. But from today, persistence is going to be your best friend. So there's 3 things in persistence that I want you to think about. Now, and we're going to go through this a little bit deeper. The necessary steps for persistence is you must have a definite purpose backed by a burning desire for its fulfillment. Now, do you think with my first goal, I want to become a calm and responsive mother, wife, and business owner, that it was backed by a burning desire? Do you know how many times my kids packed their bags to move out when they were 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, and how many arguments we had, and all of that. Do you think I wanted that to continue? No, I had a burning desire. Then you have to have a definite plan expressed in continuous action. Now we have this beautiful thing that I use and help my clients with. It's called a do-over. When you have a plan, so I created a plan. I created this plan that I am going to be calm around my kids. I'm going to ask questions and ask them to do something instead of telling them and demanding and yelling and screaming and slamming doors and throwing things in the sink and blah, 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 whatever the other things that I used to do. So I had this plan to be calm, to ask questions, and to be the mum that I always wanted to be, that I could see other mums be, that I could see my role models as parents be. And I'd sometimes come home, walk through the door, blah, 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 straight back into my old habit. I'm like, have a do-over poll. So then I'd walk back out the door, come walking back in, like, hi kids, like I'd never even walked in. And my kids used to look at me like, this lady's a psycho. What is she doing? But I was prepared to do anything because I knew if I did not create the habit of turning up the way I wanted to turn up, my old habits would just keep taking over. So each time I screwed up, I had to go and rewrite it. And how do I do that? I do the action again. Over and over again until it became something that I naturally did. Sorry, I've got family members calling me. So, the step 3 for persistence. Now, this one can be a little bit tricky. And with everything that's going on in the world today, it can be a little bit tricky to be positive when there's so much negativity in the world. Look, I put posts out there this last week. Man, there's so many negative people out there. And I know that's not you guys. There's some people out there though. And sometimes they're daily participants in our life. So number 3 in persistence is a mind closed tightly against all negative and discouraging influences, including negative suggestions of relatives, friends, and acquaintances. Now, do you know that your closest friends and your relatives have a direct line to your subconscious mind? They can implant any idea in there. It doesn't take repetition. It just takes you to go, oh my God. So you can just think, like, one of the things that I had earlier on was, all she cares about is money. So straight away, that's in my subconscious mind. I'm like, oh my God, I can't talk about money. I can't do about this. And it just like discouraged me. And then it decided how I would turn up and what I would talk about. But then I realized the people that didn't understand how this worked are going to have negative things to say. Because you know what we do? We are comparison beings. We compare ourselves to others. We compete against others. We don't use our creative faculties. We don't create as much as we could. We just believe what other people say. We just decide to go along with what they say because we're too scared to stand up for ourselves. We're too scared to say the things that we really want to go about. Or we're too afraid that we won't be liked. That's one of the biggest things, hey? Fear of not being liked, not being accepted. There's only a very small percentage of people in this world that are living the way they want to live. It's like less than 3%. Do not tell your goals to your relatives, to your family or acquaintances if they have the habit of talking you out of it. I've done that. I'm guilty of that. I have even talked to my own family members out of goals earlier on, and I've also told family members about my goals, and they're like, "Oh my God, how the hell do you think you're going to do that?" And I'm like, "I have no clue." And you are not supposed to know how, because I want you to think about this. Who, when they're going for a really big goal, knew how to get there before they got there? Who knew? No one. Not one single person knew how to get to their goal before they got there. The only time they found out how to get there was once they were there. That's it. That's the only time. The only time you will know how to get there is once you're there. You will only connect the dots looking back. You cannot connect them looking forward. Because I tell you what, some of the ways that things happen, you're like, holy, and when it happens, you're like, that was just like magic. Like magic. So don't worry about the how. We have a little hashtag in my group, is forget the how. We use the other F word, but forget the how works just as good. But if you worry about how, it's going to sabotage you as well. It's going to just pull you off track. You're not going to know how. Don't worry about the how. Just know what you want. Number 4 is a friendly alliance with one or more persons who will encourage one to follow through with both plan and purpose. So you've got to surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you and support you and cheer you on. And that's what we're here to give you this week. My team and I are here to support and encourage you. Because I think it's about time we all said enough is enough, and let's just start going over after what we want. There is enough negativity in the world. We don't need to bring it here. And I'll tell you one thing, I won't tolerate it here. If we see any negative comments or anything and you're in the groups, you will just be taken out. There's no time for this. I want you to think about why you came here. Now, the other thing that I want to talk to you about too is think about the law of attraction. If you don't know anything about the law of attraction, you could look that up. You could read the book called The Secret or watch that video. I think it's on Netflix. But this is a law of attraction universe. And if you know what you want, you will start attracting opportunities. If you don't know what you want, what can you attract? The same as you've always got. But if you know what you want, you can look at opportunities and you go, okay, this is where I'm going. Will this help me get there, or will it take me over here? And so luck is where opportunity meets preparation. Now, we prepare because we know what we want. We can see who we are. And we're going to go through that this week too, to really help you understand that there is a self-image mechanism inside you too. There's a self-image that resides inside you, and if you don't change that, there's not much you can do to change the things in your life. Like, I had to change who I was each time I walked through that front door. Each time I walked in and the house was a mess because the kids have been home and they've tied things up and there's stuff everywhere, I had to change how I turned up because I wanted my kids to be my friends. Now, my kids were, I think, like 4, 6 and 8 or something like that, 4, 6 and 9 or something like that, 6 and 8, when we started our business. It was 15 years ago, 21, take away 15, 7, yeah. So, the eldest was 7. We didn't have fun together. They did with Craig. When they woke up in the middle of the night with their nightmares, they called for Craig, not Mum, because Mum would probably react. Or Mum was probably out on the couch asleep and not in bed to hear him anyway. So I had to drastically change the things that I did. But without a goal that you desire enough that you'll be okay with failing. I failed so many times. A lot of my clients fail there so many times too, but if we don't fail our way to success, we're just going to fail our way through life because there's no success at the end. Most people are tiptoeing through life to make it safely to death. We're all going to get there. Why not make this the biggest that you can? So a C-type goal is something that you desire way more than the life that you're living right now. Now, it can be a car for some people. It can be a house. It can be a holiday. It can be a relationship. I've had people come in and say, oh, Polly, I'm either getting divorced or something has got to shift here. And I'm like, well, you can go down divorce. That's a pretty easy road. Or you can go the hard road and you can rebuild it. And you can change who you are, how you turn up in this relationship. I was on my way there. You can change anything in your life. And if I can do it, because I was the sabotage queen and I was the most inconsistent person. You know, I'd buy a gym membership, show up once or twice. That was it. I'd buy courses online. I bought I was going to be a interior designer once. I think I only did the first month and then that was the end of that. Oop, Houston, we have a problem. Mm-hmm. My little thing just said I ran out. Okay, you can see, fine, that's okay, thanks Max. So, if I can do this, anybody can. Absolutely anybody. But the goal has to be way bigger than you've ever gone after before. There has to be an emotional connection. Because it is going to demand that you change in some way. And change is hard. Change is scary. Change can be really tricky. But that's what we're going to help you with this week. So that's what we're going to support you and encourage you to do. So when you know what it is that you want, like mine was, I am so happy and grateful. Well, I won't go that far. Mine was, I just wanted to be a calm and responsive mother, wife, and business owner. That's it. No shiny things, no money involved, no business goals, no nothing. I just wanted to like who I was every morning and when I went to bed. I wanted to be proud of what I had achieved throughout the day instead of going to bed like, I wish I hadn't have done that. I wish I hadn't have done this and da-da-da-da-da. But there's a way that you have to write your goal. Now, a lot of people write about the things that they don't want. So if I had have not known how to write this, I would have written, I want to be a better mum and not so reactive. I want to stop yelling at my kids. I want to stop this and da-da-da-da. I want to be a better wife. I want to have a better relationship with my husband. I want more intimacy, and I'm sick to tired of this and this and this and this. And I would list all of those things. And then I would say all the things that were wrong in my business and then all the things that I wanted to change. There are a few words that you do not want to put in your goal and in your card when you go to write it. They are any negative connotation words. So I don't want, I want to get out of debt. Never ever put that on a goal card. I want to lose weight, because you'll always be stuck in a place that you have to lose weight. I want to stop being so unhappy. You need to, nothing negative can be on your goal card, because we think in pictures. And And our brain is so quick at thinking about pictures. Like you think about it. If I say to you, think of a pink elephant, you've probably got a grey elephant in your mind and you're trying to get the pink onto it because you've never actually seen one, but you can sort of get it there. Or if you've seen a pink elephant in a book, you can really quickly get that picture. And because it's so fast, if you have anything negative written on that goal card, you are going to get that picture. And because that picture is got like a free... I don't know, it's like got a free reign like highway to get straight into your subconscious mind. That picture is what you're going to focus on and not the one that you want. So it has to be. And another trick is, another thing that you can't do is you can't write it that I want. You cannot make it that it is not here yet. It cannot be in the future. It has to be now. Right now. You're living it right now. So when we write our goals, we say, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a calm and responsive mother, wife, and business owner. That's mine. That was my first one. That was 6 years ago, 6.5 years ago. And you know what I had to do? Like, it decides what your actions are. I gave up drinking for 2 years, or nearly 2 years. I stopped. Like I said, I had lots of do-overs. I kept doing the things. But it changes the actions that you take daily. So, never have anything negative on your goal card. Only have what you want. And it has to be a sentence or two that you can give to somebody else and they will get the picture that you get. And make it be one of us. Don't go give it to your friends because one of your friends or your family is going to say, you want what? What about that time you did this? And what about this? And no, you crazy? Like, oh my God, that's going to be so much work for you. And it's probably going to sabotage you. It's probably going to make you think, I cannot do this. Oh my God. And then they might ask you those questions like, how are you going to do that? I did that with my husband in those, like my second goal. After I'd achieved that first goal, I said, right, this is my second goal. This is it. I'm going to get, and he's like, oh my God. That is going to take so much work. And when anybody says that, they are not thinking about you. They're not. They're thinking about them. And what is that going to mean for me? If she goes after that, that means I'm going to have to keep cooking dinner. I'm going to have to keep doing the shopping. I'm going to have to keep doing this and da-da-da. Like that's what my husband had in his head. Now, I love that man and he loves me and we have gone through so much together and so much growth. But if you tell somebody else your goal that is not of the mindset that you can have anything you want, all they're going to care about, and as much as they love you, and this is not anything against you, it's about them. Remember, people don't care about you, they care about them. You're second to them. What does that mean for me? If they go after that, what does that mean for me? And if it demands that they have to change doing what they're doing, they're gonna balk at it. However, if you don't tell them and you just decide, this is who I'm going to be, this is how I'm going to live, like this is what I want, and your behavior will naturally change because you will start to impress this, and we're going to teach you how to do this. Impress this picture of who you are and who you're going to turn up as from now on. They will just naturally start to change. At first, they won't even notice. But then in a little while, they'll be going, what are you doing? You seem a bit different. You seem a bit happier. You seem this. Oh my goodness, you've released weight. Or you've done this, or you've done that. Like, things will change. And they will naturally accept them. But if you go out with a big, illogical, fantastic goal and you tell them, I'm going to do this, they'll be like, yeah, right. And they will probably sabotage you. Sabotage is not a very good word, but anyway, they will probably talk you out of it. Because for them, it will mean change. So I want you to think about, this is today's homework, right? You're going to get your goal card. You're going to write your goal on it. And you're going to post it in my Life by Design Facebook group. Now, if you're not in that group, get yourself in there. And if you're not in the WhatsApp chat, get yourself in there. You've all been given an email. You've all been sent an email to tell you how to get into the WhatsApp chat. how to watch these videos, what the link is that you can be here every day. And then you've also been given a portal that has everything in it. It's got your workbook in it. It's going to have this recording in it. It's going to have everything in it that you need. Everything. If you're not there, we can't help you. And it could be a bit scary. Oh my God, if I go in there, they're going to see me and I might screw something up and I might write the wrong thing and then they're all going to say, oh my God, you've done it wrong. We're not going to say it like that. We're going to say, hey, Sarah, can you just write it like this? Because then that gives you a really positive picture, because we just want to help you. We want to help you achieve your goal. We want to help you understand that change is okay. It can be scary, but it's going to be okay. We're going to help you. We're going to encourage you and support you. Now, I talked about that you've got a success mechanism inside you. This is another book that I've studied, Psycho-Cybernetics, Dr. Maxwell Maltz. He's not with us anymore, but he used to be a plastic surgeon, and he would, like people that have had accidents and stuff like that, he would change some part of their face or body or something, and he noticed that sometimes there would be a change and sometimes there wouldn't be. And he understood then that there was two self-images, the one that we hold inside and then there's the other one that we project to the world, and sometimes they're not in harmony. Sometimes how we feel about ourselves is very negative or can be very positive, but then what we project to the world is not in alignment with that. You say, yeah, I believe in myself, but at night time you go, oh my God, blah, 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 like talk to yourself like crap like I used to. So if you don't have this book, you should get it. But I'm going to read to you some of these things, right? Because you have a success mechanism within you. You are built for success. And there's something inside of you that is going to help you get there, like a GPS. So your built-in guidance system. Every living thing has a built-in guidance system or goal-striving device put there by its creator to help it achieve its goal, which is, in broad terms, to live. In the simpler forms of life, the goal to live simply means physical survival for both the individual and the species. The built-in mechanism is in animals is limited to finding food and shelter, avoiding or overcoming enemies and hazards, and procreation to ensure the survival of the species. In man, the goal to live means more than mere survival. For an animal to live simply means that certain physical needs must be met. Man has certain emotional and spiritual needs that animals do not have. Consequently, for man to live encompasses more than physical survival and procreation of the species. It requires certain emotional and spiritual satisfaction as well. Man's built-in success mechanism also is much broader in scope than an animal's. In addition to helping man avoid or overcome danger, as well as the sexual instinct, which helps them keep the race alive, the success mechanism in man can help him get answers to problems, invent, write poetry, run a business, sell merchandise, explore new horizons in science, attain more peace of mind, develop a better personality, or achieve success in any other activity that is intimately tied to his living and makes for a fuller life. Now, if you understood when you were 10, man, that I've got this success mechanism in me, that anything that I want, I can have, and all I have to do is engage it. And how do I engage it? I desire a better life. That's it. The reason you want a car, a new car or something, is because you desire to drive from A to B in more comfort or faster or whatever. The lights work better or something. The reason you want to live in a house and have maybe more bedrooms is so that you can have more room with your family, and so that you can have a better life. That's it. Everybody wants a better life. And so you've got to understand that you've got this mechanism inside of you that is going to help you get there if you persist. Remember, you have to persist. First thing of persisting, you have to have a goal, a definite purpose that you desire, that you've fallen in love with. And love is the strongest emotion that there is, that you love more than the goal, like the life that you're living. Now, you are not a machine. Your brain and nervous system constitute a goal-striving mechanism that operates automatically to achieve a certain goal, very much as a self-aiming torpedo or missile seeks out its target and steers its way to it. Your built-in servo mechanism functions both as a guidance system to automatically steer you in the right direction to achieve certain goals or make correct responses to your environment, and also an electronic brain which can function automatically to solve problems, give you needed answers, and provide new ideas or inspirations. You've got all of that inside you. You don't need anything out there, but you've got to take your attention away from the circumstances as they are today. Today's circumstances are for you to move from. Nothing, like you cannot have regret. Don't worry about what happened before. Don't worry about where your life is right now. Just go, okay, from this place, I'm going to get to there. And I had to start at this place. I can't start yesterday where I was yesterday because you can't go back. And you can't wait until tomorrow or the next day or 10 years until I'm up to that space. That's a waste of your life. You've got to start now. Now. Then the next part that I want to read you is your built-in mechanism, success mechanism, must have a goal or target. This goal or target must be conceived of as already in existence now. So it can't be in 5 years' time, I'm going to have this and da-da-da-da, or in 6 months' time, I'm going to be this. No, you have to write it like it is now. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what's real and what's created, imagined. It doesn't know the difference. It just takes whatever you get emotionally involved in and says, oh, this is life. And it creates more of that. More of that. So if you look at the circumstances and you get emotionally involved, so you get angry or you get, like me, crack the shits when you walk in the house and you have to walk back out again and you have to change it. Look at the circumstances. Know that they're there, but you don't have to involve yourself emotionally with them. Hi, kids. How is everything? I love how yous have had a great time. Let's clean up the house now, hey? Instead of, oh my God, what the hell? Like, imagine, like just, you can feel the difference in the emotion. Emotion is key. Your emotions, yours, and you control your emotions. It operates, okay, so I'll read that again. Your built-in success mechanism must have a goal to target. This goal or target must be conceived of as already in existence now, either in actual or potential form. It operates by either steering you to a goal already in existence or discovering something already in existence. Now, if you are somebody that has read the Bible, I've read it a couple of times. I'm not very religious or anything, but I've read it to understand it. Craig and I did that a few years back. Creation is already finished. So what you want already exists in one form or another. Now, your imagination is one of those forms. If you can form a picture in your imagination, you can hold it here. There's going to be something you have to do between the two to transmute that into your physical results in life now or in the future. You're going to have to do some, but you can't keep doing the same thing, because more of the same will give you more of the same. Different will give you different results. So if it's not already here, it has potential to be created, but the only way that you can turn something from in here into physical, that's called manifesting. Taking something, an idea from your mind and turning it into the physical. The only way that you can manifest something is to stay focused on what it is that you want. Persistence, remember? Love it. And look at it as if it's already here. Drench your mind with it. It will normally be positive. Nobody, like I said to you already, you're not going to go for a negative goal. We're not here to go for negative goals. We're here to go for positive goals. So once you write your goal card and you keep reading it every day, or you do whatever it is that we're going to teach you how to do with it, through repetition, that idea will be implanted in your subconscious mind. The automatic mechanism is teleological. That is, it operates or must be orientated to end result goals. Do not be discouraged because the means whereby may not be apparent, so don't worry about the how. It is the function of the automatic mechanism to supply the means whereby when you supply the goal. So when you hand your goal over to your mind to accept it, when you accept it, this is who I am now. This is my life now. This is how I turn up now. This is who I am. Think in terms of the end results, and the means whereby will often take care of themselves. Do not be afraid of making mistakes or of temporary failures. All servo mechanisms achieve a goal by negative feedback or by going forward, making mistakes and immediately correcting course. Do-overs, okay? Do-over. If you do something that is your old way of living, automatically say, hang on a moment, I'm going to do that again. Just like when you're learning to drive a car. You go to do that reverse parallel parking. I think that's what it's called. I don't do it at the moment. I did it for my test. And it's like every time I felt, hang on, let me do it again. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Until you get the habit of it. And then if you don't do it for ages, you lose the muscle memory sort of thing. But anyway, you got to keep doing it again. Skill learning of any kind is accomplished by trial and error. Mentally correcting aim after an error until a successful motion, movement or performance has been achieved. After that, further learning or continued success is accomplished by forgetting the past errors. Let the dead bury the dead. Don't worry about it. Just let it be there. And remembering the successful response so that it can be imitated. Now, how many of you can hear 9 really great things about you and then there's one negative and that stays in your mind? There's a habit that you've got to train yourself out of. Keep remembering all the good things. Remember the good things. We have a gratitude practice, which I'm going to teach you as well, but this is where gratitude comes in. Be grateful for the good things that are happening. And then number 5, you must learn to trust your creative mechanism to do its work and not jam it by becoming too concerned or too anxious as to whether it will work or not, or by attempting to force it to by too much conscious effort. You must let it work rather than make it work. Trust is necessary because your creative mechanism operates below the level of consciousness. Think about that. You are not conscious of how anything is going to happen, otherwise you'd already have it. And you cannot know what is going on beneath the surface. Moreover, its nature is to operate spontaneously according to present need. Therefore, you have no guarantees in advance. It comes into operation as you act. So actions are so important. This is why we're asking you, write your goal card out today. Put it in the Facebook group. Be vulnerable for us to say, hang on a moment, you could change this. Or bravo, you did it, amazing. And then come to the Zoom tonight so that we can answer any questions that you might have about your goals and stuff as well. Therefore, there are no guarantees in advance. It comes into operation as you act and as you place a demand on it by your actions. You must not wait to act until you have proof, because the proof isn't going to come. All the proof that's out there is from your past actions, so there can be no proof until you start acting differently. You must act as if it is there, and it will come through. Do the thing and you will have the power. said Emerson. So, like, I am not here sprouting off just, oh, you should do this and do that, do this. There's evidence. There is a procedure for you to follow. I love procedures. I love being told, okay, do this, and do this, and you'll have it. I'm like, yep, rightio, I will follow. I'm a very intelligent follower. Can you be one? Can we give you some things to do today? One thing, just one thing to do today. Write your goal card, put in the Facebook chat, or the Facebook group, Life by Design. If you're not in there, get in there. Put your goal card, a picture of it, in the group, in Life by Design. And in our WhatsApp chat, we will then give you some pointers. Then come tonight to the Zoom at 7 p.m. NT time. So in 6 hours, we will have a Zoom for you to come to. And we're going to answer any questions that you have. Me and my team will be there. Well, most of them, some of them have small children, so they'll be doing other things. But we're there for you. And we want to help you. This is a place where you're going to get the most support and the most encouragement. But you got to turn up for you. So tomorrow is a really, really important day also. Tomorrow, we're going to teach you, or I'm going to show you, how your minds interact. Your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and this thing, this body, how it can take action automatically so we don't have to force it. Because I'm sure a lot of you have tried to force yourself to change, and it's very short-lived. When you're inspired to change, lasting change is what you're going to get. Lasting. Not short-lived. This is not a 30-day diet or a 90-day diet. This is your life. We get one shot at it that we know of in this form as who you are today. Let's make it the best. Let's live your life and design your life the way you want it to be. So first of all, your goal has to be big, really big, illogical. Fantasize, use your imagination. How do I want to live? What is the most important thing for me to change at the moment? If I could change anything, what would it be? And then what would the picture be? Pictures are worth everything. Now, I just want to check over my notes here to make sure that I have given you everything. Yep, I have. So, congratulations for being here today. Congratulations for putting yourself and your wants first. I will see you in Zoom tonight at 7 p.m. Get into the WhatsApp chat if you're not already in there. You've been sent an email that has the link in there. If you're not in Life by Design, go and find that. We'll put that in the chat for those that maybe might need it. Everything is in the portal. In your email, you got given a little link to the portal. This video is going to be in there. Tomorrow's video will be in there. All the recordings will be in there so that when, like each day, you can watch that again and again. Watch these again and again and again and take notes. Study this. Study you. Study how you turn up. Study the things that you think about. Like, your goal is going to demand that you think differently about you, that you think differently about the world, that you think differently about how things happen. It will demand that. Now, all you have to do is take that first step. Decide what it is you want. Decide. Write it on the gold card. Take the photo. Put it in Facebook. Come to the Zoom tonight. And then tomorrow, turn up and let's go for the next step. I can't give you all of this in one Zoom or one hour session. Each day will build on each other. So you get today, then tomorrow at 12 o'clock, you get the next piece of the puzzle. Then Wednesday, you get another piece. Thursday, another piece. Friday, we go and talk in Zoom and we answer some questions and go a little bit deeper. And then Saturday morning, we're back at it for me to teach you the last thing, the most important thing. So you have to turn up for you. Alrighty. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please get in the chat. Let's talk. Let's see how you're going. Take photos of your gold cards, and I'll see you all in there. All right. Love yous all. Bye-bye.